Diablo Immortal is a mobile game released by Blizzard Entertainment on June 1st, 2022. The next day, they released the game on PC. This was a mistake. My friend and I started playing on PC that Thursday and were immediately met with a server select screen. After picking our classes and wasting too much time on customizations which were not reflected in the portrait, we started playing. The game played surprisingly well. We each completed our tutorial and met up in Wartam to conquer the demons and defeat all evils. Unfortunately, some evils remain unbeaten. Our progress through the story abruptly halted at 36 due to dungeons not rewarding Battle Pass XP when cleared as a group. With our main quest now being to reach level 40, we returned to clear the dungeon solo. Still did not have enough XP to progress, so we did our bounties, and still did not have enough XP. So we walked aimlessly around the open world and overcame the level barrier. Surely that wouldn't happen again the next day. We won the Shadow Lottery and applied to random clans. After running our contracts, we pushed forward with the story. We entered the next zone at level 47. The required level now said to reach 51. We cleared Ibn Fod's Sanctum and started grinding Elder Rifts. 3 hours of grinding Elder Rifts later, we emerged to continue the pressing quest of tracking down soul shards. We finished the next zone, which required level 51 to enter, at level 51. We got a group together and killed Lassel, then spent another 3 hours grinding Elder Rifts. We finished the story at level 57 and definitely saved the world. No evils here, we saved the city. The endgame is where the true grind begins. We went around the world collecting monstrous essence, we spammed a couple dungeons to put together our green set, we went through some hidden lairs, we plugged all our legendary and rare quests, we went to the jewel crafter to see what it would take to upgrade our gems we had randomly equipped, and we all logged off. That may seem sudden, but there has been an unspeakable evil lurking that we didn't manage to quell. Diablo Immortal is paid to win. Let's step back a moment and examine the endgame activities Diablo Immortal offers and the rewards they give. Elder Rifts without crests are repeatable, but only reward a pittance of upgrade materials, no chance at a legendary gem, a small cap of fading embers, a small chance at a random legendary, a chance at gems only if you are in a 4-player party, and some XP. Challenge Rifts are one-time rewards per difficulty tier, and reward a small amount of XP, upgrade materials for your left side gear, an even smaller amount of upgrade materials, and a sense of pride and accomplishment as you compete on the leaderboards. Every 5 tiers gives a chance at a legendary item, but you will always get a blue, because Blizzard hates you. Bounties can be completed 8 times a day and store up to 24 as rest, and rewards some upgrade materials, a large amount of gold, and some XP. None of the other systems have a rest bonus. Ibn Fod's Sanctum Steps has chests which reset each day and reward materials to upgrade various sigils which give character stats. You can open chests with platinum or with keys, though chests cost and reward more as you unlock them. You can get about 8 free keys per day, which will unlock 3 chests, but you have access to up to 45 per day, with more wings opening as you acquire more sigils. The bestiary can be completed for full completion 3 times a day, although you cannot store monster essence to complete multiple turn-ins at once. It always rewards XP and upgrade materials. Full completion only progresses the progress bar, which seems to do nothing. Hidden lairs are basically repeatable and reward regular gems sometimes. Elite quests are one-time clears and mostly reward narrative fulfillment, but not much else. You can complete up to 3 side quests per day, and they reward gold and XP. The Heliquary can be challenged twice a week and rewards scoria to upgrade your Heliquary slots. Heliquary slots provide a large bonus for challenge rifts and some combat rating everywhere. Dungeons are repeatable and reward a chance at a set item. Hell 1 gear unlocks at 60, has a recommended combat rating of 520, and drops belts and boots from dungeons. Hell 2 gear unlocks at Paragon 30, has a recommended combat rating of 1220, and drops gloves and amulets from dungeons. Hell 4 gear unlocks at Paragon 150, has a recommended combat rating of 3250, and drops both ring slots from dungeons. It's worth noting that Paragon 150 is a long way off at this point, even for people trying to gain Paragon efficiently, so you cannot complete a 6 set. Shadow contracts are given out daily for shadows with a cap of 5 per week, and they reward shadow marks, a pittance of upgrade materials, and some XP. Path of Blood is a solo challenge gated by combat rating that rewards shadow marks. The Shadow War is a bracket tournament of madness that takes place in March, but actually weekly, and is used to determine who participates in the Rite of Exile. You have to show up at specific times for your group and participate in battlegrounds. The rewards are legendary crests. It's one of the only ways to get legendary crests as a free-to-play player, but actually, a free-to-play player is never going to win the Shadow War. Rite of Exile sometimes happens on Sunday and starts at a specific hour and only allows participation from the high-ranking Shadows and Immortal players, and rewards Shadow Marks, which you probably don't need because you're already a top-ranking Shadow, some XP, perhaps a lot, some upgrade materials, who knows, and hilts, again, maybe a lot, I don't know. I did not test the Rite of Exile. Leave a comment if you participated in the Path of Immortal. Battlegrounds reward XP, gold, and upgrade materials 3 times a day, and provide only rank points if you continue to queue past those 3. Rank rewards are mostly keys for opening Ibn Fad chests and legendary upgrade materials. Not even a chance at an actual legendary, just the upgrade material. Raiding the Vault is available 2 hours at a time, twice a day, and if you are able to make the lockout times, rewards a large amount of gold, hilts, and a legendary item. This is one of the very few ways to guarantee a legendary item. But all of these activities are a sideshow to the real endgame of grinding mobs above your recommended combat rating in the library, which gives the most XP, legendary gear chance, and upgrade materials. Was this list exhaustive? Certainly not. It doesn't even include Immortal exclusive content, but it certainly was exhausting. So, where does the pay to win come in? I listed 16 activities. Surely I cannot pay my way to victory in all of them. Some of them are PvP. But actually, you can. The pay to win is all the way back at Elder Rifts, with a cameo appearance at Ibn Fad. Your power, and therefore your winning, comes from 3 numbers. Paragon, which is a grind that is soft capped based on the esoteric server Paragon number, and primarily unlocks Hell rankings for combat rating, which is an RNG number accessible to both free-to-play and pay-to-win players that jumps to plateaus when you move up a Hell ranking. And Resonance, which is a multiplier to your attributes that you gain from legendary gems. You cannot gain Resonance reasonably if you do not pay. The rot at the core of this game is that all of the activities, not just Crestless Rifts, are unrewarding. You cannot hope to compete on Challenge Rift leaderboards. Bounties can only be completed a limited number per day. Side quests, limited. Ibn Fad, limited and pay to win. Reliquary, extremely limited. All shadow activities, and presumably the immortal activities as well, limited, either by amount of times per day, or time slots, or both. Dungeons are infinite, but you will never complete a set, and it's the same layout over and over again with a pitiful amount of loot. And Paragon, which is meant to be a refuge for those looking to grind, is hamstrung by the server level grinding XP gained to a halt. The core of an ARPG is to kill monsters and get loot, not to coordinate factions, not to run down a daily checklist, not to swipe a credit card. Diablo Immortal is not far off from being an acceptable game. Let 5-star gems be the play toy of the whales. Let only those with the thickest wallets have a completed Ibn Fad. Hell, let the Immortals be a country club that only allows entry if you spent $100,000 minimum. But let the rest of us get some legendary gems from every rift, complete a 6-piece set, and change server Paragon to only be a catch-up instead of a limitation. I'll leave with this. There is one mobile feature from Immortal that I wouldn't mind sticking around. Auto Navigator.